Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Global Beastmaster. My battle pet is twice as much as others. Chapter 16. Su-bai quickly discovered this, and couldn't help asking, what's wrong? A word to awaken the dreamer. Li Gang said incoherently, Su-bai, does your sky steel crow have any special talent? I lost my temper, it's a secret, sorry. Li Gang apologized, but he didn't feel any embarrassment in apologizing to the students. Others took it for granted, too. The talent of the battle pet is the secret of the Beastmaster, asking rashly may lead to a life and death duel. Special talent, Su-bai thought for a while. Rare talent shouldn't be considered special. He asked in confusion, why does Teacher Li ask such a question? Let me explain his doubts. Tang Chengxian walked over and raised Su-bai's evaluation in his heart. I thought that the evaluation of him was high enough, but I didn't expect there to be a surprise. Sky Steel Crow's combat information has long been collected by the Federation, and the Wind Blade skill is also known by many ferocious beasts, so it is not a special skill. However, I have never seen a Wind Blade so fast and so far. If there is no special talent bonus, it will definitely not be possible to do this. So that's the case, Su-bai nodded clearly. The root of the problem should be the rare talent, Yufeng. It seems that this talent can not only increase the flying speed, but also enhance the power of wind skills, which is very practical. What if I use evolution points on the Sky Steel Crow? I don't know what bloodline will be awakened. Su-bai couldn't help looking forward to it, wishing he could take Yang Li's family to the federal hunting ground tonight. Drop drop drop. Tang Chengxian's communicator beeped. It's time, everything is here, let's go back. Li Gang said with ease. The students surrounded Su-bai and kept asking various questions. In just a few hundred meters, Su-bai's family property was stripped clean, almost even the secret of bedwetting when he was a child was caught out. It wasn't until I took the special car of Yang Li's family that I became much cleaner. When are we going to the federal hunting ground? Su-bai asked. Brother, don't you need to rest? Yang Lihia thinks that Su-bai doesn't know how to enjoy life. It's rare that he has awakened such a powerful pet. Shouldn't he find a class belle first, no, school belle, to be his girlfriend? All he could think about was going to the hunting ground. No, I'm not tired. Su-bai said frankly. Yang Lihia rolled his eyes and said helplessly, I'll go on Saturday, and I still have to go to class on weekdays. Although Su-bai really wanted to say that this class is worthless, but he still held back. Anyway, just wait a few days, just to consolidate the foundation. Yang Li's family sent Su-bai downstairs, just in time to meet Mei Pingliang, the mother who was off work. Xiaobai, come back so early today. Mei Pingliang was a little surprised, and then saw Yang Li's family, and said in surprise, isn't this Mr. Yang, a rare visitor? Yang Lihia behaved very well, Auntie, long time no see, I'm here to play. Su-bai opened his mouth speechlessly, wanting to kick Yang Li's family back, but seeing the smile on his mother's face, he fell silent. Perhaps, in my mother's opinion, the arrival of Yang Li's family is something to be happy about. Battle pet is status. Although Yang Dongshu's strength is only intermediate bronze, he has accumulated a lot of assets after years of hard work, and spent a lot of money to prepare Fengfanglang for Yang Li's family. A complete Fengya wolf can reach the lower level of silver, and if it is of the blood of the Wolf King, if it is cultivated vigorously, it can even reach the upper level of silver. Excluding % of the elite class, the Silver Senior Beastmaster is already the top of the Federal Society. In the eyes of Su-bai's parents, a bronze-ranked Beastmaster is already superior, let alone a silver-ranked one, an absolute upper class. Su-bai has been telling us about you, saying that you are a kind and enthusiastic boy. Mei Pingliang said enthusiastically, oh, thanks to your father, Su-bai was able to find a job as the person in charge of the orchard. I am so grateful. Yang Lihia glanced at Su-bai with a smile, but didn't expose it, and said along the way, they are all from my family, why are you polite? Auntie, it's rare to come here. I'll have dinner here, is that okay? Mei Pingliang's expression was a little flattered, and he said repeatedly, that's great, but the food at home is a bit overwhelming, I'm afraid you won't be used to it. How could it be? I've heard Su-bai talk about my aunt's craftsmanship a long time ago. Yang Lihia's smile seemed to be sincere. Su-bai couldn't help but look sideways, this guy is definitely a talent. Xiaobai, what are you doing standing still? kid, and you haven't brought Mr. Yang up there. Mei Pingliang said. All right, I'll listen to you. Su Bai could only agree. His mother's actions were not for his own good, Su Bai knew it was good or bad. When the figures of the two disappeared at the top of the stairs, Ryona Yumehira reacted and clapped her hands. No, I have to ask Lao Su to buy some food. Chapter 12 No.13 Hunting Team. When it was time for dinner at night, Su Bai found that his food had improved because of the appearance of Yang Lahia. Su Bai poked the rice feebly, looking at Yang Lahia who was talking and laughing happily, he couldn't help feeling emotional. It really is someone else's child. During the meal, Su Bai was always worried about whether Yang Li's family would tell about his leaving the orchard, but fortunately, he didn't leak anything until Yang Li's family left. This made Su Bai very satisfied. This kid is quite sensible. Global Beastmaster. My battle pet is twice as much as others. Chapter 17. Su Bai was a little tangled. He didn't know how to talk to his parents, although his battle pet had evolved into a steel crow with great potential in the future. But the position of the person in charge of the orchard was taken by his father to look for Yang Dongshu to come. Su Bai was a little worried that he would hurt his elders. You can only wait until the end of the college entrance examination. If there is no accident, I will definitely be able to enter the top Beastmaster Academy. In the eyes of the elders, as long as I graduate, I will have a stable and high salary. Compared with the person in charge of the orchard, I am not attractive. Su Bai felt that this should be regarded as a more appropriate way to deal with it. Unfortunately, his plan fell through in the next second. Bang bang bang. There was a knock on the door. Mei Pingliang came out of the kitchen, wiped his hands on the apron, and opened the door. Who is it? The door opened, and there stood a man and a woman. Looking at the clothes, they were members of the Federal Wildlife Hunting Corps. Does Su Bai live here? The man asked, although his face was a bit fierce, but his attitude was quite kind. He lowered his voice when speaking politely. Even though it was lowered, it made the glass buzz. Mei Pingliang stood at the door, keeping vigilant, and asked, what's the matter? Don't worry, we have no malicious intentions. The woman said, my name is Yunnan, and this is Shang Xingbang. We are members of the Federation's No. 13 Wilderness Hunting Team, and we are here to invite Su Bai to join us. Yunnan has short brown hair and a capable and shrewd mental outlook. He is obviously also a master. What? Mei Pingliang's mood fluctuated instantly, and countless thoughts flashed in his heart. To be honest, when she first saw the wild hunting group, she thought it was the Federation that was going to distribute beast eggs to Su Yan. In the Commonwealth, the wild hunting group has a lot of divisions of labor. There are both frontline battle groups to expand the territory and auxiliary groups to maintain social order. Later, I learned that I was looking for Su Bai, and I was very worried whether Su Bai had committed something. In the end, what did the other party say? To invite Su Bai to join the Federal Hunting Group? Or the famous No. 13 Hunting Group? Did you find the wrong person? Mei Pingliang could only guess like this, and said, my Xiao Bai's battle pet is an iron-beaked sparrow, and he has no fighting ability. How can he join the hunting group? Iron-beaked sparrow. Yunnan's eyes lit up, and he said in surprise, that's right. What we're looking for is Su Bai, whose initial pet is the iron-beaked sparrow. Su Bai had heard the movement a long time ago, and knew that the other party was coming for him. If he guessed correctly, it should be Tang Chungshan who submitted his information to the federal government. Then the No. 13 Wild Hunting Group got the news from nowhere, and came directly. The No. 13 Hunting Group can be regarded as the star hunting group of the Federation, fighting on the front line all year round, killing countless beasts. The number of people is maintained at around 100, and it is said that the minimum are silver-level Beastmasters. Su Bai was a little strange, although his sky steel crow could reach the gold level if it grew to a full body, but now it is only at the black iron level, and it is not known how many levels away from the gold level. The No. 13 hunting group was so confident that they came directly to recruit themselves. I am Su Bai. Suppressing the doubts in his heart, Su Bai stepped forward. Are you here to invite me to join your No. 13 hunting group? That's right, Yunnan said. I'm only at the black iron level now, and I haven't graduated yet. Is it too early? Su Bai asked, doubts in his heart. Are you so sure that I can grow up? Invest in advance. Yunnan explained with a smile, it's rare that a good seedling appears in our number. Must be pissed off. Mei Pingliang looked at the scene in front of him, a little dazed. How did your own children become different? In her impression, Su Bai was quiet and stable, he didn't have many friends, and he didn't like to talk too much, so why did he suddenly know someone from the wild hunting group? You too, if you have something to say, if you stand at the door and talk, others will think that we don't understand the way of hospitality. Father Su Jian just walked over, and he also had doubts in his heart. Su Zhongong's words were exactly what Yunnan wanted. She thought that as long as she revealed her identity, the young man named Su Bai would agree excitedly, but she didn't want the gap between reality and imagination to be too big. Not only not excited, but feeling a little irritable. Yunnan, what is the situation? To be honest, Su Bai was indeed a little irritable, he didn't have any time to react to the sudden arrival of the wild hunting group. Yunnan and Shang Xingbang walked in without seeing anyone else, and after sitting down, they said, "You are Su Bai's father, Su Zhongong, right? Thank you for educating a gold-level Beastmaster for the Federation." What? Su Jian just stood up with a whoosh, completely dumbfounded. Gold-rank Beastmaster. Absolutely elite class. He has never even met a silver-ranked Beastmaster. When did he have any relationship with those people? Yunnan blinked, and said suspiciously, "Your Su Bai's battle pet has evolved into a steel crow, didn't he tell you?" Gah! Mei Pingliang fainted. Everyone rushed to treat him with all their hands and feet. After a lot of work, Mei Pingliang woke up leisurely. "Xiao Bai, is this true?" Mei Pingliang held onto Su Bai's arm tightly, with fear in his eyes. Su Bai knew that she was afraid that this was just a dream. "It's true." Su Bai clasped Mei Pingliang's hands behind his back, and said lightly, "The evolution was completed 2 days ago, and I haven't figured out how to tell you. After the battle pet evolved, I pushed the person in charge of the orchard on impulse." "Ah, oh, huh." Su Zhongong opened his mouth wide enough to swallow a light bulb. Did some important information float over just now? Global Beastmaster. My battle pet is twice as much as others. 18. Chapter 18. Yunnan said from the side, "Su Bai, your decision is right, your talent should not be buried in the orchard." Hiss. Mei Pingliang and Su Zhongong sat on chairs and began to doubt life. The development of things is too far beyond their comprehension. How about it, Su Bai, join us. The leader has already spoken. As long as you come, I promise to provide resources to help you promote to the gold rank Beastmaster. Yunnan continued to persuade. The evaluation of Su Bai in my heart has reached a new level, this young man is very stable. Su Bai thought for a while and asked, "Are there many rules in number 13 wild hunting group?" Was worried about this. Yunnan smiled, and said openly, "There is only one rule in our number 13 hunting group. Hunting ferocious beasts, defending the Federation." Chapter 13. Join the wild hunt. I'm more interested in hunting ferocious beasts. As for defending the Federation, I'm not very interested. Su Bai said so. He really has no sense of belonging to the Federation. Now that the system is in his body, he wants to explore this huge world even more. Yunnan said calmly, "No matter what your purpose is, as long as you hunt and kill ferocious beasts, you are defending the Federation." Even if that's the case. Su Bai didn't argue with Yunnan, and continued to ask, "If I join the number 13 wilderness hunting group, what good will it do? This kid, if you don't see a rabbit, you won't scatter an eagle." Yunnan was a little helpless, but she came prepared and said confidently, "First of all, as a member of the number 13 wilderness hunting group, your immediate family members will be promoted to the federal level. From the current 4th class citizen to 3rd class. After that, you will become a silver beast master and be promoted to the 2nd class. Golden beast master, a 1st class citizen. Improving the citizen level is a very good benefit. Unless you make outstanding contributions, or the level of the Beastmaster reaches a certain level, the citizen level will not change. However, this benefit is not very attractive to Su Bai. Even if there is no number 13 hunting group, as long as his strength improves, the Federation will automatically increase the citizenship level of him and his family. Seeing that Su Bai was unmoved, Yunnan knew that what he said didn't have the slightest effect. But she was not discouraged, and continued, "Secondly, our team leader will personally give you 100 million federal currency as a settlement fee, and you can move to a more inner city. Third, you can freely enter and exit the hunting grounds under our name." Su Bai nodded secretly, This is not bad, it is the best way to improve strength. The hunting ground is the private property of the hunting group. As long as it can kill the king of beasts, the corresponding area will belong to the hunting group. How to deal with it, the Federation will not ask, just pay taxes on time. In addition, we will arrange for you to enter the Shanghai Beastmaster Academy, which is the top academy in the Federation. Yunnan was full of confidence at first, but the more he talked, the more his heart beat. Why didn't this kid respond at all? If I don't join you, what will happen? Su Bai asked. Yunnan almost fell to the ground. Shang Xingbang was drinking water and sprayed all over the ground. Mei Pingliang wanted to say something, but was stopped by Su Zhongong. Sure enough, I was hit by the team leader. Yunnan was a little frustrated. Su Bai couldn't help asking, what did your leader say? Our team leader said, if that kid doesn't join, tell the story of your rebellion against her. Yunnan's eyes kept twitching, a little ashamed to speak. Nothing. Su Bai hopped his feet angrily, and said angrily, how old are your captains? Don't insult people's innocence. It's our leader. Yunnan thought for a while, then said helplessly, forget it, anyway, that's what our leader said, you can figure it out. Su Bai must fall, isn't this bullying honest people? Can't I join? Su Bai was about to cry, what kind of top talents are they all? Yunnan breathed a sigh of relief, and just about to say something, he heard Su Bai say. But not now, let's wait until the college entrance examination is over. No matter which world you are in, the college entrance examination is an unavoidable hurdle. In addition, it is impossible for me to stay in number 13 Wilderness Hunting Group for a long time. I don't want anything else, as long as I am qualified to enter the hunting ground. How long do I need to work for you if I only keep this? 1 year. Yunnan seemed to have been prepared for a long time, and said without hesitation, after you graduate from the Beastmaster Academy and serve in the regiment for a year, you can leave. Of course, if you feel that you are strong enough, you can start accepting tasks in advance. I'm not suitable for team fighting, so I need to act alone. Su Bai continued, if there is a mandatory requirement to form a team, then I can only refuse to join you. Don't worry, there is no requirement for this. Yunnan said, but there will be a requirement for the number of tasks, and of course, corresponding rewards will be paid. Okay, then there's no problem. Su Bai stretched out his hand, we will be colleagues from now on. You boy, you are really difficult to deal with. Yunnan stretched out his hand to shake Su Bai's hand, with a wry smile on his face. Although there were some twists and turns along the way, fortunately, the basic goal was achieved, and Yunnan left contentedly. But before leaving, Yunnan took out a crystal card and said, there is no reason to take back what our team leader took out, it is an extra gift. There was no reason to refuse the 100 million Federation currency that was given away for free, so Su Bai accepted it decisively. When Yunnan and Shang Xingbang left, Mei Pingliang and Su Zhongong breathed a sigh of relief at the same time. Su Yan also pushed the wheelchair out of the room, and said excitedly, brother, you are now a member of the wild hunting team, that's great. Don't worry, you can do it in the future. Su Bai said with a smile, when I have enough strength, I will find someone to heal your leg. Global Beastmaster. My battle pet is twice as much as others. 19. Chapter 19. Yes, relying on yourself is the most correct. Su Zhongong said, Su Yan, don't blame your brother for not asking number 13 Wilderness Hunting Team to help you heal. Dad, don't worry, I understand. Su Yan's expression was very calm, I don't want my brother to be restrained because of me. After all, the hunting team has to fight fierce beasts. If any dangerous mission is forced to be arranged, I'd rather be in a wheelchair all the time. Su Bai was a little touched, his family thought of him so much, what more could he ask for? As for the 100 million federal currency, Mom, you put it away. After I finish the college entrance examination and confirm the Beastmaster Academy, we will move. Su Bai put the crystal card on the table, the facilities in the inner city are more complete, and there are also safer. Okay, I'll listen to you. Mei Pingliang put away the crystal card, and still said in disbelief, I really doubt it's a dream. Su Zhongong smiled wryly, I doubt it too. Oh, my wife, why are you pinching me? Mei Pingliang was a little embarrassed, and said, shouldn't this be to make sure if it's a dream? The family is happy. Early the next morning, when Su Bai was going to school, he felt strange eyes from his neighbors. Su-bai, I heard that people from the hunting group came to see you yesterday. An ant asked curiously. Yes, Aunt Zhong, Su-bai replied politely. Could it be a crime? Aunt Zhong said nervously, will it implicate us? My son is applying for a citizenship upgrade recently. Don't make trouble. Su-bai was not angry either, and replied, don't worry, Aunt Zhong, it won't affect you. Really? Aunt Zhong was still a little worried. Mei Pingliang came out, and said to Aunt Zhong proudly, hey, isn't this Aunt Zhong, why do you wake up so early? Did I not sleep well yesterday? I'm sorry. The number 13 wild hunters are too enthusiastic and shouting loudly. They have to let my Xiaobai join them. I didn't agree at the beginning, how dangerous it was, but I couldn't hold back the enthusiasm of others, and if I didn't agree, I just lingered. I can't help it. I'm just soft-hearted, so Xiaobai agreed to them. Aunt Zhong was taken aback when she heard that. She opened her mouth and didn't know what to say. Su Baiguo broke away. His skills were not good enough to join a battle of this level. Chapter 14 Federal Hunting Grounds, upgraded again. When he came to the school, even the students in other classes greeted him, and received love letters from time to time. Su-bai was very emotional. Once upon a time, when he was walking on campus, he couldn't hear other voices except talking and laughing. Now, just the black iron level Sky Steel Crow has allowed his status to rise in a straight line. Battle Pet is status. It is indeed a classic quotation that has been circulating for 200 years. After a week of staying up, Saturday finally arrived. Su-bai was full of anticipation since he woke up, and finally waited until Yang Li's home arrived. Brother, good morning, the sleepy Yang Lihia greeted. Su-bai said angrily, isn't it early, it's only after 9 o'clock. It's all right, big brother, don't worry, make sure to arrive before 12 o'clock, and then come out at 5 o'clock. I know a good restaurant, bring some delicious beasts to get 2 good dishes. Yang Lihia patted his chest and said that everything was arranged all right. If you had devoted half of your energy to the skill of controlling beasts, Feng Yulang would have already reached the advanced level of high tea. Su-bai said helplessly. Yang Lihia waved his hands indifferently, and said, anyway, you can't reach the gold level, let it be, just upgrade slowly, it's okay. This is the starting line gap. At the beginning, Su-bai tried his best, but he couldn't let the iron-beaked sparrow enter the black iron level. On the other hand, Yang Li's family was eating, drinking, and playing around. Forget it, don't talk about this, let's go. Su-bai felt that he couldn't continue talking this day, and he was more angry than others. The two chatted all the way for more than an hour before arriving at the hunting ground. This place is already outside the city, but it has been raided many times by the hunting group and continuously developed and built, leaving only black iron level beasts, which has become a hunting ground. Arriving at the destination, the two had lunch first. The advantage of the hunting ground is that there is no shortage of ingredients. Although the ferocious beasts are very dangerous and most of them have scary faces, some species have tender meat, and when they are roasted with some seasoning, they will emit a tempting aroma. Su-bai put his head down and ate hard, enjoying himself. After a short rest, the two entered the hunting ground. Brother, I'm going to the rest area to see if there are any cute girls, do you want to go? Yang Lihia asked excitedly, revealing his nature. Su-bai cupped his hands, farewell. Oh, brother, you really don't know how to enjoy yourself. Yang Lihia was speechless, and went to have fun on his own. Su-bai didn't care about him, and set out in a certain direction, and when there were no people around, he summoned the Sky Steel Crow. The Sky Steel Crow, which has been suffocating in the battle pet space for several days, uttered a cheerful cry and flew high. Su-bai opened the map at the door and began to choose an area. He is now a black iron intermediate, and he must kill at least a beast of the same level to gain full experience. Soon, Su-bai selected a target. Still an old acquaintance, Ironback Rat. Iron-backed rats are characterized by their large numbers and lack of long-distance skills, making them perfect experience babies. When we came to the area of the Ironback Rat, there were people hunting beasts in 2s and 3s. As soon as Su-bai appeared, he immediately became the focus of everyone's attention. You read that right, is that the Sky Steel Crow? I'll go, whose son is here to experience life. Shouldn't a battle pet of this level go to a more advanced hunting ground? That's right, it's said that even if the Sky Steel Crow doesn't train, it will reach the bronze level within half a year after breaking out of its shell. Listening to the discussion in his ear, Subai thought to himself, I also want to have half a year to develop. It's a pity that the steel crow evolved from the iron-beak sparrow today. It is already a miracle to be able to evolve bloodlines, and it is impossible to increase the level out of thin air. Global Beastmaster. My battle pet is twice as much as others 20. Chapter 20. Tickets to the hunting ground are very valuable, and those who can come here are those with some assets at home, so although the others are surprised, they will not be out of control. The main reason is that they also have a guilty conscience and rashly go up to flatter them. Fortunately, if they are right, they will bring trouble to themselves if they get a horse's leg, so they simply wait and see what happens. Subai doesn't care what other people think. At this moment his eyes are full of the data panel of the ironback rat. This is countless experience points. Wind blade. Under Subai's command, the sky steel crow began to kill. The characteristic of the iron-backed mouse is that it has a carapace on its back, which is very hard, and it is difficult for the attack power of ordinary war pets to break through the defense. And the iron-backed mouse has sharp teeth and claws, and if it is negligent, its pets will suffer a lot of damage. But for Tiangonkro, these are not problems. Strong defense, right? With the blessing of Yufeng, the wind blade can even break through the steel plate, not to mention the carapace. If you have sharp teeth and sharp claws, it's not worth mentioning. No matter how sharp it is, can it attack the steel crow in the sky? Therefore, the ironback rat suffered a catastrophe. Ding, kill the black iron intermediate ironback rat and get 30 experience points. Ding, kill the black iron intermediate ironback rat and get 30 experience points. Ding, kill the black iron high-level ironback mouse and get 50 experience points. Quote. With the attack power of the steel crow, it only takes one wind blade to kill an ironback rat. Within a quarter of an hour, 7 or 8 iron-backed rats died here, and the remaining iron-backed rats all hid underground, seeing that the situation was not good. Subai had no choice but to change an area. Fortunately, the hunting ground is characterized by a large area, and there are too many iron-backed rats. After walking a few hundred meters, there is another large group. Wind blade. The experience value soared again. The people next to him were all dumbfounded, and stood there blankly, forgetting that their battle pet was still fighting the fierce beast. Fortunately, the battle pet still retains its fighting instincts, and there are members of the wild hunting group on guard, otherwise a tragedy would have happened. Fuck, what kind of damage is this? My fighting strength is 5,000, and his fighting strength is at least 10,000. Don't brag, it's just you, a scum with only 5 fighting strength. Handsome guy, do you want an appointment? Quote. Subai froze for a moment. He seemed to have missed something, but he had no time to pay attention to other things. Experience points are enough. Under the incomparably efficient killing of the sky steel crow, it took less than an hour for 1,000 experience points to be full. Ding, the experience value is full. Do you want to upgrade the level? The familiar system prompt sounded, and Subai learned the previous lesson, took the sky steel crow back to the battle pet space, and then found a resting point to sit down before giving the order. Upgrade. Ding, the level of the sky steel crow has been raised, and the current level of black iron is advanced, and it has obtained 1 evolution point. Ding, the phantom butterfly's level has been synchronized, and the current level of black iron is advanced, and it has obtained 1 evolution point. Subai checked the data carefully. Name, Sky Steel Crow. Current level, black iron advanced. Current experience, 0.005. Talent, 1. Speed, epic, 2. Sharp eyes, normal, 3. Wind control, rare. Skills, 1. Iron feather, common, 2. Wind blade, rare, 3. Steel bone, rare. The experience points needed to upgrade again became 5,000, which is not a small number. Even if all the black body high-level beasts were killed, a full 100 of them would be needed to upgrade. Only, a smile appeared on the corner of Subai's mouth. He still had 2 evolutionary points that he hadn't used yet. Evolution. Ding, use the evolution point. The blood test is in progress. Ding, the evolvable bloodline has been detected and is being activated. Ding, the bloodline is activated. The evolution is complete. The bloodline of Fengli Zonying has been activated. The current progress is 10%. Chapter 15 Fengli Zonying, seeking flower support. Evolution. Unmoved, Subai continued to invest in evolution points. Ding, the evolution is complete. The bloodline of the Fengali Warhawk has been strengthened, and the current progress is 20%. In the battle pet space at this time, the Sky Steel Crow once again experienced the process of losing hair and growing hair, and its body size increased dramatically. Subai couldn't bear it, it was such a pain. Beeping, the Sky Steel Crow chirped, meaning it could withstand it. Please like and subscribe.